Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montes and you're watching my YouTube channel, The Teenage Movie Critic, and welcome back to another YouTube channel. I'm so excited to have you all back together again. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a review for Secret Invasion Episode 3. So let's go ahead and get started talking about it, just straight up. Let's go. So, I'm going to start out by saying, obviously we're talking about the good, but to start out by saying, this is easily my least favorite episode. This is the weakest episode of this series thus far. To be clear, I'm still very positive on this show. I still think it's definitely one of the best shows in the MCU so far. I think it's still very good. Just this episode kind of did some things that I didn't like, but on the positives, it is cool to, kind of get a little bit of the exploration of what Gravik's plan is, to where as to why are they actually, we'll save that for the bad, because I actually do have some issues with Gravik's plan. But to start off, let's talk about Nick Fury. So we kind of explore more of Nick Fury's love life with the girl, and I think that there's an interesting story here, where you have a show of Secret Invasion, where the big thing is, who do you trust? And when you have a wife, even your own wife who's a Skrull, like, you think you could trust her, but even your own wife who's a Skrull, they could betray you after time of not being with you. That's pretty crazy. And even through this, you kind of explore, not explore, but you start to realize, she's going to this place to get a gun. She calls James Rhodes. She's like, I want to speak to Gravik. And she was like, well, you're talking to me. I'm like, wait, what? Is he actually a Skrull? What's going on here? I'm like, it's getting kind of nervous. I'm wondering where that's going to go. Though that scene kind of falls into my issues of this episode. Then we get, honestly, I think the best thing about this episode was definitely the stuff with Nick Fury and Talos. I love the little adventure that we got. It was kind of one of my favorite parts about episode 1, where they were just, bantering back and forth, and, they were doing all these, little humor jokes, thank you, Talos, for saving me, no problem, Nick, it was my pleasure, or, please, Nick, I need your help. Or Talos questioning a dog as to why a human needs to look after him to poop, when Nick Fury's been cleaning up his mess for the last 30 years. It's it's funny, but it blends into some serious stuff, and it's so great. And even when you get to this scene when they're trying to get the nuclear codes to stop launching, to abort the nuclear codes, you get nervous, because it's what's gonna happen in this scene? What's gonna happen? And overall, I guess you could say that is the good on this one. So let's go ahead and talk about the bad. And what makes this episode a little bit more difficult for me to like, first off, I think the editing and the runtime was easily short. You look at the first two episodes, the first episode is 55 minutes, the second episode is 58 minutes, and this one is easily the shortest of our episodes. It's 44 minutes. So I was looking at it, and I'm like, that kind of got me nervous. I'm like, is this episode going to be actually good like the last two? I'm like, I don't know if I'm excited about that. But to dive into some specifics, besides the runtime and everything, there's certain ways in how they did it. For example, with when Gravik explains his plan, we're already set with World War III. World War III is about to happen. And they explain as to why they want to make these Super Skrulls powerful. Because it's, they're pretty much, they're strong individuals as humans to fight, kill these humans individually, but they're gonna need the strength of our superpower people. So every superhero is gonna be battling it out together, but battling it out to each other, like the next Civil War. And they're gonna be hitting their backs. I'm not quite sure if I understand that whole plot line. Unless they do it in a way that I understand it, then maybe I'll enjoy it when it happens. And then once again, just the whole stuff of Nick Fury leaving Earth. It's like, when did exactly Nick Fury leave Earth? And when exactly did he come back? Like, none of that stuff I don't think is explained. It's like, was that actually him in Age of Ultron? Was that actually him in Infinity War when he dusted? Obviously he dusted. Was that him at Tony's funeral? Obviously that wasn't him in Far From Home, because we saw that at the end of Far From Home. It's like there's all these questions as to like, was Winter Soldier the movie where he finally disappeared, where he stopped coming on the scene? And of course, he had other people, coming in, doing stuff for him. It's like, it doesn't make sense to me. And then I think the other one we have here, Gaia getting killed, I'm not quite sure if I believe she's dead. Now, she literally just straight kills her. Which is probably going to set up some big things that happen in the next couple episodes, where once Talos finds out about this, he's going to go mad dog shit. But I think, it's kind of like the Maria Hill fight. You got, because you got the Maria Hill death. You got the Maria Hill death. I kind of don't believe she's actually dead, even though they treated it like with respect, with bringing her mother in. I'm not quite sure if she's actually dead. But besides all that, and then also they also just leave you with scenes that it's like Talos is like to Nick Fury, I didn't join Gravik because with you. And then they don't finish it. And then the scene with James Rhodes on the phone, it doesn't leave, it just ends like that. It's like, I want to see more. Which I guess that's the whole point of the show, is to lead you with more. Fair enough. I'm still excited for next week's episode. I can't wait. That's my review for episode 3. I had a bit of issues, but there are things I still did enjoy. And that's my review for this episode. Before I get my final score, be sure to comment down below, what are your thoughts on episode 3 of Secret Invasion? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate? What were you right in between? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. With that, let's get on my scores. Alright, so that's it for my scores. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All my social media stuff is in the about section over there. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.